G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and this time we've got some fan-made stuff, some homebrew stuff from the G.I. Joe United range that I've been working on, and I'm really excited to show off one of my favourite villains from back in the day, and that is Destro. So let's have a look at him. Yeah, classic character here. Art here by the, let's see if we can get that to focus there, from Erwin Thunder, always great as usual, and yeah, he's like an arms dealer sort of thing, so I really was trying to find a fun way to make a unique way to sort of capture that in the game. So he's going to have, we're going with a team of 3 Joes today, so he's going to have 6 health here. Not a terrible lot. And here we go. He replaces, his special setup here is that he replaces the Clear Threats mission with the Disrupt Arms Sales mission, and we do that because we don't place any threats in locations at the start of the game. Instead, shuffle all the threat cards into a single threat deck. So we can see here we're going to replace that Clear Threats mission here with this card here, which is the Disrupt Arms Sales. It's got a space for 6 heroic symbols there, and we've got a little bit of art on the back there as well, so that's going to go down there. Now let's have a look at his villainous plot here. So he has an arm sales track, goes to 20. The heroes lose when this track reaches 20, or if all 6 threats are in play. And that's the big thing there. So he's either going to win because he's making lots of sales, or because of his sales he's going to be creating these war zones, which are the threats, and basically sort of like creating this never-ending war sort of situation where he's going to continue to profit anyway. So either way, the sales are looking good. Okay, so if we have a look here, for each civilian or thug that he arms, that Destro arms, we add a crisis token under that token, and increase the arm sales track by 1. So essentially every time he sells to a little token, he basically gets to go up that track. At the end of the villain turn, add a crisis token to that location's end of turn space, if possible, for each armed thug in that location. So he'll sell to anyone. He doesn't matter. He doesn't mind if he sells to thugs or if he sells to civilians, but it's the thugs that are going to sort of spread the damage here. And we can sort of imagine that the civilians in this case are like allied forces sort of thing. But you know, we still don't want him to be making profit off selling to the good guys as well. So we have. If a location, so essentially, yeah, so they're going to be filling the location's end of turn spots with these crisis tokens, and then if a location's end of turn space ever has 3 or more crisis tokens, we immediately add the top threat from the threat deck to that location. And remember, if they all fill up, we lose. Defeated or discarded thugs or civilians also discard their crisis tokens back to the pool. We can spend heroic actions on our turn to place heroic tokens on the Disrupt Arms Sales mission. Once this mission is complete, decrease the arms sales track by 3. And we have here, add a crisis token. If there's a KO, we add a crisis token to the end of turn space of the hero's location, if possible. And then the overflow is that we increase the arms sales track by 1. And how does he arm these civilians and thugs? For each unarmed thug in Destro's location and 1 unarmed thug in both adjacent locations, he arms them basically. So he's going to arm each one in his location and 1 in each adjacent location. If a location has no unarmed thugs, he's going to then sell to unarmed civilians instead. He'll just 1 in each of those cases though. Then the final part of the BAM is that a damage will be dealt to each hero in any locations with any armed thugs there. So that's him in a nutshell. So that's what we're going with. We've got a little silver token here, sort of suitable for his chrome dome, and we have the 6 health that'll go on top there. If we have a look around, so all the locations are revealed at the moment. We're going to be using M. Bison, modeled by Big Head Chibis here. We're going to be using him because he's sort of, I feel like he's a similar sort of character. In fact, Andrew Fantasia commented before that he would definitely be best mates with Destro, and I think that's probably right. They probably go to the same tailor and everything. So we'll put him down there. he's going to represent him today. We have, speaking of big head chibis, we've got another model here. This is Cammy from the same Marvel vs. Capcom range here, and we're going to use her as Scarlet, so we'll be using her. We have Snake Eyes going along with Scarlet here, so this is actually going to be a model by, I think, Polymorph Miniatures, and this is Leonardo. I think he sort of looks the part there for Snake Eyes, especially with the undercoat. And we've got Deadpool here, and he's going to represent a brand new Joe to the ranks that I've only just received the cards today, and that is I'm really excited to try that out, and that's going to be Beachhead. So let's have a look over here at the cards. We'll save Beachhead for last. We've got Snake Eyes. He's going to start with a starting hand card, then he's going to draw 2. He's got a move and a heroic and a move and a punch. He also has his starting hand card, which is Silent Warrior. It's not going to be super helpful in this particular mission. Silent Warrior, you may avoid being targeted by a henchman's BAM effect each villain turn. So it does give us a while though, so that's pretty handy. We'll have a look at our good friend Scarlet here. So she doesn't have any starting hand cards, so she'll just start with a regular hand of 3, and she's got herself a move and a punch, 2 heroics, and she's got this counter intelligence, so we can put this out. It gives us a punch or a heroic. During any villain turn, flip this card face down to cancel any one instance of a villain dealing damage, any amount of thugs being placed or civilians, one of our cards being turned face down in the storyline, or the villain forces a hero to move. So we can cancel one of those effects. In this particular mission, I guess the main thing we'll be trying to cancel is either damage or those tokens being put down. Now, Beachhead, we're excited to use this guy, so we've got 2 starting hand cards for him. And again, I'm loving the art by Erwin Thunder. And yeah, I'm really excited to get these cards in and get him to the table. So I've done plenty of playing with him on Tabletop Simulator when playtesting him, but nice to have the cards. So we'll just draw 1. I was going to draw 2 there, but he's got 2 starting hand cards, so let's have a look at what he's got. Oh, he's got one of his starting ones here, so Take and Hold. This might be good. Oh, now I'm going to have some choices at the beginning. So Take and Hold, we can do 2 punches, and then until the beginning of our next turn, defeat all thugs that would be added or moved to your location. So that could be good. But I do have these ones, which I really like the idea of as well. And this is Demand the Best. Alright, so he's a bit of a hard taskmaster, a bit of a drill instructor in the Joe ranks. If the hero whose turn follows yours plays a card, so that in this case it's going to be Snake Eyes. So if Snake Eyes plays a card with 2 actions at the bottom, and in this case it's been designed that this is still not 2, this is like really just 1, but you have a choice of either. So this type of card would not count. So if Snake Eyes plays something where there's a choice, this doesn't count for this. So, but if you do get a proper double action card at the bottom, then they may ignore the ors on our card. So if Snake Eyes were to play a double action card following us, then this particular card would give him a punch and a star rather than a punch or a star. And then we've got a similar thing here, Be the Best. So not only is does he have high expectations of others, but he's got high expectations of himself. So if the hero whose turn precedes his, which in this case is going to be Scarlet, plays a card with 2 actions on the bottom, then he may ignore, or you may ignore, the or on our card. So this particular one isn't going to be a move or a punch, it would be a move and a punch. So there we go, that is the story. We've got 3 heroes ready to go, and I think we can get down to the table and see what Destro's got up his sleeve. Let's check it out. Okay, alright. So we've got his threat deck up here as well, I should point out, so that's been shuffled there. Let's shuffle it. Okay, and we'll put that at the top there. We also have the master plan deck, and we're basically trying to finish 2 of these missions so that we can make him vulnerable and then attack him. Until that time we cannot actually do any damage to him. We've just got to try and sort of eliminate his threats and things like that, his things that he's trying to do, and we'll see how we go. So we have the first master plan card, and what is he up to? Let's find out. Hold that there for a little bit, and he's going 2 and a bam, so he's going to move 1, 2. Oh, okay, this is not too bad. He's going to sell, so there's no unarmed civilians, thugs in his spot, so he is going to sell to 1 civilian there. The same thing's going to happen here. Luckily, there's 2 thugs over here, but luckily he only sells to 1 in the adjacent locations, but that's unfortunate that he is selling 1 there. That's going to be 3 sales in total to start with, so not too bad. Then the armed thugs are going to attack any Joes in their location. Luckily that doesn't occur either, but he is going to put a bunch of extra tokens down now. So these places are pretty full, and that's a lot of thugs he can sell to there on a future turn, isn't it? So we maybe have to get cracking over in that direction. I should have pointed out as well, we've got this undersea base here, and this has got an effect here. Villains in this location can only be damaged by attacks or effects that originate here. So if he lands here, we have to get into his spot to do any damage to him. We can't use sort of adjacent attacks. It's also got a hazardous spot here where if we end our turn in this spot, we are adding a thug to the location. So that's particularly bad in this particular mission, so we might want to stay away from here. But then if we do, then we've got to make sure we have some sort of way to clear the thugs out in the meantime. At the very end of his turn, so we have to always track at the end of his turn, are there any thugs with weapons? And if there are, we have to place a crisis token for each one of them in the end of turn space. So this space has already got some warfare starting to begin here. So let's get on with our turn. We will draw a single punch for Snake Eyes. We've got this Silent Warrior one, but I think we want to get cracking on... What are we going to do here? We don't need to heal. So this is a healing spot, so we don't really need to use that. I don't want to head this way. I think we're going to play this move and punch, because we really need to sort of start eliminating some of these targets over here. So I'm going to punch one of these thugs, and then I'm going to step this way, and I'm not worried about this civilian with the rifle. They're not going to turn it on me. I'm just not very happy that they paid Destro for it. But I will end my turn here. Now this, the pit here is their secret underground base. We can gain a move, a punch, or a star, or we can recharge equipment. Since we're not using equipment in this game, I'm going to take one of these tokens. What am I going to do here? Let's take a... I might take a... I was thinking a star, because I do want to work on this whilst also using a lot of my punches and stuff on thugs. So maybe the star. Like, I'm thinking punches would be great just to sort of keep hammering these guys, but I think we're going to need some focus here as well. Alright, so Scarlet is going to draw a card. She gets Covert Ops, so we can sort of have a bit of a sneak peek and see what Destro was up to. So that's maybe not a bad idea. But if I'm thinking that Beachhead might want to play that Be the Best, if the hero whose turn precedes ours plays 2 actions, then that might be what we want to do. And I just happen to have a doubled heroic here, and that could really get cracking on this, couldn't it? So maybe I'll do that. I'll play that. That will give me the ability to move and punch still. So yeah, do I still... Maybe I stick with Snake Eyes. So we will defeat this thug here. Do I want to stop overflow? Maybe I just put 1 down. Yeah, maybe I just put 1 down and I will rescue this civilian. That's what I'll do with these 2. Alright, so now Beachhead, he is going to draw a card. He's got himself a move and a heroic, but I'm thinking we use Be the Best, because Scarlet has played a double action there. So that's going to allow Beachhead to use his punch his punch and his movement instead. So anytime that Scarlet plays a double action, that's going to benefit Beachhead if he's got those all cards. So we'll do that. I suppose the other option is I could move Beachhead here with the take and hold. He could take these two guys out, and then even though he would be adding a thug to this location, it would automatically get defeated. That's not a bad idea either. But I think I want to get cracking on having this ability happen. So I'm gonna play that. But that would also be a good move. We could sort of create a bit of a beachhead on the undersea base here. Ooh, is that what I want to do? Because I could really stop some sails happening over here. But I could really get cracking on this too. I mean, either way I'm going to get to be able to do that, aren't I? I guess it just depends. Do I want to get this ability up and running now while I've got the chance, because Scarlet's played that. She does have some other double action things here though, so we could maybe get that started later on. Oh, I'm talking myself out of it. Let's do it. Let's do this instead. Let's do take and hold. I think that's just too good an option. Alright, so we're not going to be able to use this heroic, but we can still step this way. We will defeat these two. 1, 2. We can still play the 2 heroics from Scarlet's card down here, so that's pretty good. And now we're going to get a free at the end of the turn. A thug would come down, but it says, until the beginning of your next turn, defeat all thugs that would be added or moved to this location. So again, we could get a bit of a boost here from Destro's overflow or his token placement as well. Oh, yeah, okay. I think that's pretty good, because we've got off to a pretty fast start there. Alright. Destro, what is he up to? Oh, did we take a? We didn't take a token. I think we're going to take a. Let's take a punch for Scarlet, because we took a star with Snake Eyes there. All right. Oh, uh-oh. War is. Oh no. Okay, war is good for business. Okay. Well, I guess this is pretty handy here, but he's going to put out a thug in every location. This could be problematic. 1. Is he moving? He's moving 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, this is terrible. Okay. So hold on. Did we put... was that already there? So I think that's there. I think I just put one out here, didn't I? Is that right? I think that's the only one I've put down. So that's 1, 2. This one would go here, but he gets defeated. This one goes here. Oh man, it's all... Oh my goodness, this is not good. Okay. Okay. Was this already full? I think so, because he played this one. So we're supposed to put a thug here, but we cannot do that, so there's overflow, so he's going to drive up the sales track one more time. But this is where things get really problematic, is he's now going to ban, which means he's going to sell in this spot to 1, and he's going to sell to this guy for 1, and unfortunately he's also going to sell 3 more in here. Yikes. So 1, 2, 3. And that's problematic for all sorts of reasons. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. And then now they're going to, as part of the ban, we've got Joe's in this spot here. So Snake Eyes and Scarlet both take a hit. We'll lose the single punch here for Snake Eyes, and we'll lose the the counterintelligence could be good. The covert ops could... Oh man, these are all good, because the move and the punch is going to be helpful for helping out old Beachhead, but then covert ops is good for getting to see where he's going, and counterintelligence is good for being able to stop stuck in their tracks. Oh man. Well, seeing as where are we, Scarlet? I think let's lose the covert ops because we're probably going to need a lot of punches to sort of fight our way out of these thugs. Oh, I don't know what was the right choice there. So they've each taken a hit, but here's the real problem. Now we get a token down here, and we get a token down here, but the real problem is we get 4 tokens here, which is definitely enough to make this go, and then we get ourselves our first threat. So let's see what it is. Uh-oh, it is a war zone. Alright, so this says at the start of the villain's turn, add a crisis token to the end of turn space in both adjacent locations, and this threat cannot be cleared, moved, or what does it say? Cleared, moved, or removed from play by any means. So that's kind of locked in. Alright, so that's not great. So that means now we're tracking something at the beginning of his turn and the end of his turn. So at the end of his turn, these guys all sort of fire into their location, end of turn spots, and at the beginning of the turn, though, the war zone starts to spread. Now that this war has started, it's just going to keep going and make more sales for him. So, okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so, okay, that's not good. I guess these are going to start spreading. There's a bit of a timer on the game now, although he tends to be a pretty fast fight, because there's not much, he doesn't do much to prevent you from being able to, you have all your end of turn effect locations, you don't have a lot hindering you from taking the thugs out and that sort of thing, so in that sense, you can race through yours pretty quick, but he tends to sort of get a bit of a move on as well. So, are we up to Snake Eyes? I think we are. Well, Snake Eyes, you've got that star, so I think I know what we're going to use that for. What did we just draw? I think we just drew this single heroic, which is not the greatest thing to be drawing at a time like this. Scarlet. We're going to want Scarlet doing some moving, I think. So let's play, or do we give Scarlet the wild to be able to do some more damage? Oh boy, I don't know. Let's maybe do the heroic so we can really get cracking on this, because we don't have to do too much damage this round either to make him vulnerable, so we'll play that. So now Beachhead is giving us a move or a heroic, plus we have this heroic, we have this one, so we could if we don't move, we could but if we clear this turn, we're putting him under pressure pretty quickly, aren't we? And we haven't given ourselves an ability to do any damage to thugs yet, so let's maybe use the movement. Where do we want to go? We've been wounded. We could come back in here and heal. 1, 2. Does Scarlet have the ability? How much can she do? So we could put 1 down with that token. Where do I want to end up? Do I want to end up here? Maybe do we save that token and just put 2 down, so we do a single movement and we put 2 heroics down here. And you know what we can do actually? Let's do this. Let's rescue a civilian instead. So we'll rescue a civilian. We'll come here, we'll heal ourselves up, get ourselves a single wild. And place another heroic down here. Alright. So that's Snake Eyes' turn. So Scarlet, she's got a punch token. So this could be alright. So we've got to move. I want to get rid of that guy over there too. Can I do it? I've got 2 movement, 2 punches. So I want to put the counterintelligence down, but that doesn't give me the movement I need. Maybe I do this. I'll go 2 moves, so she's going to move. She's going to do a 1 punch. That's that one. Then she's going to move twice, and she's going to punch this guy here. And so we've got rid of both armed thugs in that spot, so that's pretty good. Because these armed thugs here now aren't a problem in terms of spreading the wall. They're sort of fighting this spot, but they're a danger. If we step in here, we're going to take a damage. But really the problem was these guys starting to spread out. So this is going to start spreading it out anyway, but at least that's slowed that down a little bit if we can. Okay, now this lets us... Silent Castle, great location. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet in the video, but great location thematically for old Destro, and good spot for Scarlet and Snake Eyes too. A very famous issue where they sort of where the Silent Castle was introduced, had Snake Eyes and Scarlet, or something. Snake Eyes was rescuing Scarlet from there, and it was a really cool sort of no dialogue issue, which was really awesome. And apparently that was not by design. Apparently they were sort of running late, getting it to print, and they decided just send it without the dialogue, and it worked really well. Apparently that's the story. So I hope that's true, because that's a pretty cool story. But it says here, end of turn, you and up to 1 other hero in this location may move to any other location. I think I want to stay where I am. Because I want to sort of maybe get rid of these guys if I can. Although if they get armed, we're in a bit of trouble. But since we haven't made him vulnerable yet... Oh, now hold on a second. I do have one more heroic. I could make him vulnerable, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to give Beachhead a turn. So what I'm going to do is I will rescue... I'll rescue this guy on the way through. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go. Alright, so Beachhead. Alright, let's draw a card for Mr. Beachhead. He draws himself a move or a punch. Oh man, I like the artwork on these cards. So, what just happened then? Scarlet did play a double, and Snake Eyes does not have any doubles, so we're not really worried about him going next. So let's maybe do be the best. I think this is if the hero whose turn precedes yours played a double, played 2 actions on the bottom, you may ignore any or on your card. So let's do that. So now this can be treated as a move and a punch. And that's actually pretty good. We want to get rid of these thugs, don't we? Oh no, although we haven't made him vulnerable because we haven't done a star. But I think I'm still okay with that. So here's what I want to do. I want to move away from here because I don't want to end in this spot and add another thug here. So we're going to move, and yeah, maybe should I have done that? Maybe a move and punch. No, I think I'm still okay with this. Because if I can reduce the number of sales he's making too, because he's getting pretty high there. Let's do that. So 1 and 2, and we'll grab this guy as well. So that's 1 and 2, and now there's less sales happening. The other option is, instead of removing from this location, do I just completely eliminate the sales here? So Let's take those two back. I think we took one from here and one from here. If I don't, oh man, I really want to play that Be the Best card, but I think this might be a better option for us. If we play this, we can still, yeah, let's do this. Let's go 1, take out 1 thug. I was also half tempted to still play that card but take out both thugs in this location. But let's rescue this guy. No, let's not rescue this guy. That was the whole point. I was going to do this, wasn't I? Haha. Okay, sorry guys. Yes, let's clear that. So that way, by the end of Beachhead's turn, we've made him under pressure, which means he's going to go every 2 turns now. But we've also made him vulnerable, so we've completed both missions. All right. And then the bonus is, by ending here and not using that extra movement, we can do this. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I wonder then if I should have done this one. Demand the Best. So even though it's not going to help Snake Eyes this turn, yeah, you know what, let's do this. Sorry guys, back and forth, but we'll play the Demand the Best one, so we can use a move, a punch, and a heroic. That heroic is going to do that. We can still end here. We haven't wasted any extra movement there. And then when Snake Eyes does play a double action card, that is going to come into effect. And then Snake Eyes can use Beachhead's all cards. So yeah, let's set that up for future. Okay, I think that's good, because now we've made him vulnerable, so that's a good thing. Alright, so in that case we have to do the start of turn effect. So unfortunately this war zone is going to keep spreading. So we have 1 and 2 here. Then he is going to have a turn, and what's he up to? What's he going to do? Oh, profit from the chaos. Uh-oh, what's he up to? What's he up to? So move to the next location with any unarmed civilians. So that's going to be this one. So that's actually not too bad. Move to the next location with any unarmed civilians. So good thing he didn't move here. So he's moving here. He's going to BAM. So he is going to unfortunately place a crisis token in this spot. But he has put himself right in front of Snake Eyes, that's great. He's not selling here, that's even better. But he's going to sell here, so that's another 2 on the track. 1, 2. I did forget to reduce this, didn't I, when we flipped this one, so let's go back. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's better. Okay. But then he's going to put a bunch more tokens down, so he's got 1, 2, 1, 2 over here, and a civilian over here. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Alright, but both these are going to flip for sure next turn. Okay, can we take him down? Alright, so where is our friend? Now, Scarlet, why has she got only 1 card here? Did I not draw for her on her turn? I don't think she's been hit twice, if I'm not mistaken. She was only hit once. So she should have had an extra card, I think. I think that's right. So she's got a wild there. Okay, so Snake Eyes. It's up to you, my friend. Now you have the benefit of a punch here. Let's draw a card. Or did we just draw a card? Because he got hit. Oh, he healed over here, that's right. So, yeah, okay. So he oh, here we go. Oh, Explosives Expert. Okay, well, not the most useful because he's firing in the opposite location. But actually, that's not terrible, actually. Because we can get rid of a bunch of guys over here that could get sold to. And we'd still at least have a punch here. Unfortunately, we do not have any doubles. This one here does not, for the purposes of Demand the Best, this one doesn't count as a double action card. This one is a single action card, but it only has 1 it only gives you 1 star sort of thing. So that's the way I intend this to be work. I think I've worded it with 2 actions on the bottom. So I guess you could say, oh, that's got 2 actions, but it's not a card that gives you 2 actions. So that's the intent there. But of course, feel free to play how you like. Oh, all right. Do I just play this and get a couple of hits on him? He doesn't have a lot of health, so I think we can probably afford to just make ourselves a little safer with stuff like this. So I think I'm going to do that instead. Yeah, because then Scarlet can sort of back that up by sort of finishing them off as well. Although the problem is this is going to overflow. Oh, this is, well, not overflow, but this is going to, no matter what we do at the beginning of his next turn, he is going to be putting some stuff down there, isn't he? So it doesn't really matter if those guys get armed. I guess what it matters for is that he can sell to like 3 of them. What would we be giving Scarlet? She's got a... So she doesn't really have a way to get to Destro at the moment, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the explosives. So he's going to set off the explosives that he left behind at the Silent Castle. So she's doing the spotting for him. And yeah, let's do that. So we will play those 2. Okay, less profits. Then we can use one of these. We'll use the punch. So let's do 1 damage to Destro. There we go. Let's now... So use the punch there so we can move, or we can use a star. What do we want to do? Let's move so that we can then get the benefit of this spot before it disappears, and let's gain a punch so we can hunt him down. Yep, that's what we'll do. And then Scarlet. Good old Scarlet. What's she going to play here? Oh, she's got 2 counterintelligences, so I think that's probably the idea. Let's use this. Okay. Now... what do we got? So we can move, or star, punch, or star. Well, let's move. And since we don't want this place overrunning, let's get rid of this guy. There we go. Alright, so we moved and we did that, and now we can also block him from dropping a bunch of guys and getting lots of sales. I think that's okay. We could have also just punched this guy, I guess, but I'm less worried about that guy because this place is already kind of overrun. Alright, now he is under pressure, so we are onto his turn now. At the beginning of his turn, this one is going... Sorry, this war zone is going to spread to these 2 spots. So that's not great. Let's see, we'll put these over here and we draw 2 more of these. So we get another war zone. Okay. And we get another war zone. Let's do this one. Oh, it's another war zone. Okay. And then we see what he does. Alright. Now where did she end her turn? She ended her turn here, did she? But there was no one to rescue. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay, so he is... Oh, he's not bamming, I don't think. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, now this guy has a weapon here. How did he get that weapon? I think we were supposed to put one of these out here. Yes, this one definitely was supposed to put one of these down here. Yep. Alright. So wrist rockets, we're going to... Where is he? He's not moving. Okay. So he's going to fire into the opposite location, but then he's also going to fire... So deal 1 damage to 1 hero in the opposite location and both adjacent locations. Or both both locations adjacent to that. So we've got Scarlet and we have Beachhead. Scarlet's already damaged, so let's take a hit on Beachhead, I think. This is not too bad. We got pretty lucky with this card here. Well, the name of the game I think is now attacking, so we'll lose this heroic here. So there, everybody except Snake Eyes has 2 cards now. Alright, so we've done that. Then he's going to put a bunch of tokens down. So he's putting, there's an overflow happening here. There is a overflow happening here. And there's also an overflow happening here, but luckily no BAMs. Alright. No, sorry, not over. There's no overflow here, sorry. Okay, so that is okay, but we had 1, didn't we? Or is it 2? No, 2. 1 here. 1 here, yep. So that goes up by 2. Alright. Where are we and what do we want to do? I think it's Beachhead's turn, is that right? Alright, Beachhead. Well, let's finally play Be the Best. Yeah, we've got a move and a punch there, but where are we? We're here. Well, even if we play the move and punch, we're not going to get to Destro, so let's play the Be the Best one now, so we've got that ready to go. So, unfortunately, she hasn't played the one he needs to combo that, but that's okay. Now, I could have prevented one of these overflows by flipping the card there. In fact, you know what? I'm going to not put those 2 guys out. Flip that just so there's less guys for him to sell to. Yeah, that's okay. Alright. Yes, okay, so now I've played that, so I've got... Oh, but I flipped the card, didn't I? Oh, yeah, I will. I'm going to do that anyway. Okay, so we'll do Be the Best now. So, okay, so Mr. Oh, that... Wow, okay, hold on, that doesn't give him much to do, does it? If I flip that... Oh, Beachhead, what are you going to do, buddy? Maybe I do want to play this one instead. I really am not getting to use this Be the Best. Be the Best. Let's play this one instead so that he can move to this spot and he will at least... Oh, no, you know what? Let's move to this spot. Oh no, but that's going to put one out. Okay, let's move here and... Do we get rid of him? Or do I just get Be the Best ready? Again, she doesn't have much in the way of double cards though, does she? So it's not really that useful. Alright, so we will, yeah, we'll get rid of this guy. Yeah. Alright, we're ending here. That's it. Okay, Mr. Snake Eyes, your turn, I think. Yes, okay, so Snake Eyes. Oh, he's got a punch though. He's got a... Was Snake Eyes in this spot? Why is he over there? Oh, I stepped over here to, yeah, that's right. I stepped over there because I couldn't deal too much damage to him, so I stepped over to get that token, which is why I got that. Okay. So, oh, I've just drawn something in. Oh, Ninja Master. Here we go. This is going to be useful in this situation. Alright, so we can do a bunch of stuff here. Yes, we can. Oh, awesome. We can almost take him out right away, can't we? 1, 2, 3. Do we have, oh, what's this one? No, okay. So, Demand the Best isn't going to come into play because it's a move and thingy, so, but I only need the 1 movement, so I'm going to get to be able to move and then do a punch, a punch, a punch, a punch. That's 4 punches. Plus 1 for the token, that's 5 punches. So we have got him on the ropes. Oh yes, we have. Things are looking good. Alright. Now we just have to hope he doesn't make any sort of ridiculous sales here, but see, these guys are all kind of already sold to. And I think we're looking alright. So now before we reveal this, we have to spread some more damage over this way. Oh, now hold on a second. Did we remember? I don't think I did remember to attack this location here with this thug here. I think he did it. think I sort of caught and remembered to do it from this round when he first came out. Yeah, so I think there was supposed to be another one here, which unfortunately means when this one triggers, that's going to go as well. So this actually goes this turn. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that's another one. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Should be alright here. I think we're okay. He's only got 1 health, but we are getting pretty close here, aren't we? Okay. Because next turn we're going to automatically fill up 1. It just depends on how many thugs and stuff get armed here and stuff now, so... Oh, uh-oh. He's going 1. That's not good. Okay, so... oh, goodness. Alright. So, we did that. Put 1 out for that one. This one overflowed, or did the effect. He's going to move 1. He is going to bam. Yikes. Okay, so what's happening with this bam? First of all, he makes 2 sails. 1, 2. Okay. Then he is going to sell to a civilian here. Okay. That's another sale. Luckily there's no one to sell to there, so that's okay. Oh goodness. Okay, I think that's everything there. Unfortunately, Snake Eyes is going to get attacked by this guy here. Luckily, there's no one to attack us over here, so Snake Eyes takes a hit. We'll just lose this single heroic. So I think we're looking good here. And then we get pretty close, though, because these 2 guys are going to attack this location. Okay, well, actually before we put that down we do have to do the token placement, don't we? So we are going to put, where are we? We're here. So we've got an overflow happening here, that's another sale. Uh-oh. Luckily, oof, 2 more thugs go here and a civilian goes here, that's lucky. Okay, oof. And, yes, okay. I think we're okay. I think we are okay. Whose turn is it? It is Scarlet's turn. Where is she? She's pretty close. She is pretty close. She's got to move over here with Snake Eyes. And she's got herself a punch here, so yeah, she can do it. Okay. Yep. So she can either go with the punch and the star there, or she can go the wild or the counterintelligence. Let's use the wild since she's sort of going in crossbows blazing there. Okay, and we're able to take him down. Not a moment too soon though. In she comes. She goes, "Hey Destro, I've got a surprise for you. It's 2 crossbows. I want a refund." And he is taken down. Woof. Okay, so yeah, this one would have overflowed, and then if he'd made any sales here, so probably we only had, that was if he'd had 1 more turn, I think we probably would have lost there. Yeah, so we were able to take him down just in the nick of time. It wasn't his sales track this time that was the problem. It was the warfare spreading like wildfire there. So pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed Destro and how he works as the nefarious arms dealer, profiting from warfare and causing more warfare to sort of be able to make more profits. Yeah, holy moly. Okay, that was pretty scary. Yeah, so I like that, and I was very happy to get Beachhead into the battle there, and his Be the Best and Demand the Best didn't come into play as much in this one, which was cool. I'm glad that he has some games where they don't come into play as much. It's sort of like they're not always necessarily going to be these sort of like super powerful cards, which is cool. But his take and hold, I think, was a good one to get us often racing there. So that was a cool cool use of him there. I think that was probably the right play in the end. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the way that the Joes interacted there with our new latest member of the Joe team. I hope you liked Destro. Some things to mention about Destro too, if you because like I said, he sort of like, you can generally sort of take care of him pretty quickly, which is sort of designed to sort of be that way, because these warfares tend to sort of like escalate pretty quick. So I wanted you to be able to sort of like take him down relatively quickly there as well. And of course, if you're not playing with the wilds and the double wilds, that can be a little harder as well. But one thing you might want to do if you wanted to sort of have like a more difficult mode as well is remove that -3 on the track if you disrupt the arm sales. So that's just there to be a bit thematic, but if you imagine where that would have been 1, 2, 3, so that would have been a lot closer at 17 there, so you can sort of remove that if you want things to be a little bit closer with the track and that other one there too. Yeah, so I think that was I think it's the third last villain I've got so far, so we've got another 2 villains up our sleeve before we're done with those, although I will be designing more down the track sort of thing. But we've got Major Blood and we've got Storm Shadow still to go, so yeah, looking forward to showing those off down the track as well. But I think I'll take a little bit of a break from the G.I. Joe stuff for the moment. We'll obviously in the next video look at more Marvel, just the regular Marvel stuff, the Marvel United official content. But then when we dive back into the homebrew stuff, I definitely want to be showing off some other people's work and that sort of stuff. And I think the next one I'll probably have on the docket there is going to be the Jackal, who's a villain I'm really excited to show off, because the Angel, or the Angel, who is a fan in the community who has done a lot of work for the homebrew community by reviewing homebrewers' work and giving them feedback and giving his little reviews on each of the homebrew characters. So I really want to sort of like be able to pay back to him and be able to show off his design, because he has designed the Jackal himself. So yeah, really looking forward to showing that off. I had his dashboard printed for a while, but I forgot when I did a card order back in the day when I was doing that. I forgot to order the Jackal's card, so we finally got those in now. I've got the whole character, so we should be ready to go, and looking forward to showing that off. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. And of course, I would be remiss without reminding folks of the G.I. Joe Operation Cobra GameFound campaign, which is going to go live very shortly. So on the 25th of March, hopefully this video will go up before then, so you give you a little bit of preparation time. But yeah, it's only coming up in a couple of days' time, so yeah, check that out. That's a game by OC Games, and we've been sort of featuring that here on the channel, done some live and recorded TTS playthroughs as well. But it'll be really nice to see the campaign and see more of the real sort of product, the physical bits and pieces and that sort of thing as well. Hopefully there'll be some other content creators that will have by this time got their hands on some of the game, and so for all those folks who've been bashing my stuff on the GameFound page there, help is on the way. You're going to get some professional YouTubers and some good quality videos, unlike my stuff. But yeah, hopefully there'll be more stuff coming up there. So, but big thanks to the guys, Dave and Derek and Nelly and Andrew for coming along and helping us out with those videos. I shouldn't say they were not good videos, but I think they were really fun, and hopefully showed what a playthrough with friends and stuff can be like. But I do understand that personally my production quality and my ability to sort of run a video and stuff like that aren't the greatest. So for folks who want a really professional video help, I hope will be on the way when the campaign goes live. So anyway, well, thank you very much, guys, and yeah, we'll be back on the next videos sooner rather than later. So Meeple Monkey out. See ya.